Hello everyone and welcome back to Tomorrow 3. Today we are going to be doing level 2, which will be Temple Ruins. Kind of not looking forward to this level. It's not as hard as the later ones. People that have played before know. Okay. So as you can see, if you've played the PS1 version, you know how dark this part is. It's like I wanted. I wanted PS1 version without the bad lighting, without the save crystals. I did manage to get it, I think. Okay, so there is another enemy type in this game. And there's also traps that can also do this. If you're coming from Tomb Raider 1 and 2, there is another damage type in this game. Hits can now poison, depending on what's doing it to you. So you want to make sure you're careful, especially if you are doing a no mana pack run. You do not want to be poisoned ever if you're doing that kind of run. If you're doing normal, you don't have to care. You can just heal. But if you're not, and you're doing no mana pack, no mana version of any kind of speed run, you don't want to be poisoned ever, because that will just kill you. It's not going to be the thing of like it'll leave you like 1 health. It will just kill you. So you guys make sure you're careful. There's going to be cobras, there's going to be a couple of different kinds of enemies and traps that can and will poison you. So make sure you're careful. Okay, so try to remember. I think that might be a way if you happen to fall in the water to get back up. I don't remember. Is it? I'm going to check. There's certain parts about these levels that I just don't remember much. That's what I do. Okay. I'm going to crawl. Let's see where this takes us. It might be like I think. I could be wrong. Okay. Okay, so this leads back. If you fall in the water, that's where you wind up going. And that'll take you back here. So we're going to go this way instead. Yeah, you have to make sure you're careful, because bites from these will poison you. 1000%. Okay, I think there's a thing here. The monkeys here, I believe, do hurt you. Yes, they do. So these ones you do have to kill. Yeah, unlike the jungle ones, they don't have mercy. So, gotta make sure you're careful with that. Okay, I'm trying to make sure. Trying to make sure I get all the items I can. Does this lead? Nope. Does not. Okay. What is that over here? Oh, there is some items here. There is M16 ammo. And there is also shotgun shells. And we're going to take both. I'm telling you, it makes such a huge difference, appearance-wise, having the water be this color. Because if you don't use this mod, the water color is clear. It does not look right. So that is a huge help. Okay. So there is a mana pack over here. I believe you can get it from here. I'm going to save just in case. I do think it's reachable. Yes. Okay, there's a small mana pack here. You do have to be careful about these waters, because there is piranhas. These levels have a lot of piranhas. So when you're in this water, you want to make sure that you go as fast as possible. And you generally want to wait until you know they're not close to you. Because if they're close to you, they're close to eating you to death. So make sure you're careful. Okay, now it's time. Do not let up for a second if you can. And they have no mercy. They will just eat you to death. Okay, so this should open the gate in that other part over there. I want to make sure I wasn't going to miss anything. Okay, so down here should be a gate that opens. Be quick, because they can get in here too. They can get you in quite a few different spots. Okay, so that will take you here. I want to try and show all the areas if I can. Okay, sometimes the monkeys will have items, but that's generally if the item was around somewhere. They don't actually, I don't think, normally have items themselves. Okay, so up here. And back over here. This will lead us back to the other area we were in before. This should take us back to where we were before. There is some Uzi clips over here, though, that I would like to get. I don't want to pass them up because Uzis are still quite nice weapons. Even though there are a lot more at your disposal in this game, you still do want to try to get them if you can. Okay, I don't think that's reachable. There. I'm going to check once I'm up here if there's anything on that other ledge. I might not be able to get to it. Can I? No. No, there's no way. Okay, so up here. And this part over here should lead us back to the main room we were in. And you might think that that'd be a secret, but it's not a secret. The secret doesn't actually start until we get to a certain spot. And this level in particular is quite nasty with the secrets, because if you miss the third one, you can't get the fourth. You just can't. I'll show you what I mean when I get there. Okay, so I want to go here and get this metapack. And I'll go back here. I don't remember what's back here. It might be... Okay, there is a snake under here. I don't know how it's being triggered to do anything, but it is. Okay. So you want to go backwards. We can go up here. Get some shotgun shells here. Going to be quite nice because there's going to be some enemies here that are quite tough. Although you do have to be careful because if you hit them when they're blocking, they will dodge it. And you won't do anything to them. Okay, I'm going to save. Over here. Maybe not. Okay. So we're not going to go in there yet. That will be how to progress to the next part. There is still a little bit of items we can get. So we're going to go back down here. So we're going to go underneath the waterfall. Over here. Be careful because there is a snake here. I'm going to try and approach it as little as you can. Just to start. There we go. Okay, so there is flares down here. These flares are going to come in handy. Do not miss them. Especially if you were playing the PS1 version, you want all the flares you can get. You want all the flares you can get your hands on. Trust me. Okay. So in here, and you have to be careful again, because there is another snake. As long as you can actually aim as alternators. Okay, one more. The amount of times this snake scared me as a kid, can't even begin to tell you. So down here, we are going to be facing a new enemy. One that has never been in any of the games before. So we're going to pull this out twice. Well, not twice, just once. Just to get this out of the way. There is some shotgun shells here. And if you're prone to mistakes, you want to make sure you save here. Just trust me. Okay. So we're going to crawl. And we're going to be finding a new enemy. I'm sure you noticed the statue in the other room. However, that one is just a statue. This one comes alive. We're going to be fighting statues of the individual sheep. I normally do it a lot smoother than this. You have to make sure you're careful because when they have their swords crossed, they will block shots. Ideally, you can do this. There we go. Okay, so they don't drop anything in particular. At least not yet. So we're going to pull these switches. If you need to heal, you can use these crystals. Unless you're playing the version that's actually a save crystal. Otherwise, make sure you get it because you're going to need all the save crystals you can get. Is there anything up there? I don't think so. Okay, so in here, this is going to be the first secret. Because you have to get this switch anyway. However, this block can be moved. And that is the secret. Now, if you don't care about going in this room and getting this stuff, you don't have to. All that matters for getting the secret is just stepping on this platform right here. So if you don't want to bother with the darts and the boulders and all that other stuff, you do not have to. All that matters is just the platform. You just need to trigger the secret. But I am going to get it. You have to be quick with getting this item because there's going to be a boulder coming towards you. This and then forward. There we go. If you do it any slower, it will just kill you. So if you're a bit too slow with it, you may have to just skip that item. It's just a small meta pack, so it's not really all that worth it. But like I mentioned, certain things can trigger poison. These darts here, if they hit you, will trigger poison. So you want to make sure you're careful. Okay, so there's some shotgun shells here. And there is a combat pack right here. believe that is all. So now, we are going to need to go back. Crawl underneath it. And now we're back out. So that was the first secret. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. You gotta make sure you're careful because there is quicksand here. And the quicksand can kill you if you're too slow. So do not stop, just keep going. Eventually she'll reach a point to where she's not underneath the quicksand, she's actually above it, so she can breathe. Because if you run out of air, you'll start drowning, even though you're not in water, and you'll die. So you gotta make sure you're careful. Okay, so over here, there's gonna be a monkey and a liver. Okay. I know it's stupid, but I'm going to save again. Because this very much will kill you. So you want to do this, and then you want to sprint and roll. Or you can jump. You just want to keep going. And don't stop. They will kill you. Okay. There's the monkeys. Trying to remember. There's another monkey. Where is that? There it is. Okay. So this one's movable. And in order to get access to this secret, we want to make sure that we pull this block out once and then push it over at least once, if not twice. Because we need to reach this platform up here. This one up here. This secret is highly important because if you don't get this secret, then you can't get the next one. Because this one is directly tied to the other one. Okay, so it may not look like there's anything here, but there is. If you see this, this right here is climbable. Right up here. Okay, this is secret 2. Yeah, like I mentioned, if you do not get this secret, you cannot get the other one. Or one of the other ones. Okay, the shotgun shells, M16 ammo. And this lever. You need to make sure you get this secret because you want this lever. I don't know why they made it like this, but they did. So now we're going to go down. Not this way, though. This way. Back down. Okay, make sure you're careful. You want to go as low as possible and take the least amount of damage possible. Okay. So you will take a little bit of damage. But it's not too bad. Okay, so make sure you pull this lever too, because this will open a gate we need. So open that gate. So now we're going to pull this back over. And now we can jump from this block to that platform. Like this. Okay, so we're just going to fall in. Okay. So we're going to pull this lever. And you want to get as much air as possible before you go down here and start doing stuff. Because if you're a bit slower, it's going to be kind of pretty close. Okay. So we're going to go in this room over here. And on each end of the room, there's going to be one lever. So we're going to put both. And all the way across on this side. And you want to make sure you pull both of these because this is what is going to open the gate. Right up here. Okay. So this is where the next part of that other secret comes in. Okay, so this will turn that on. And then this one will turn these on. Okay, so this is where this comes into effect. This lever right here. Without the other lever, this gate will not open. But now it will. And you gotta make sure you're quick because you're already running on like pretty much no breath. Okay, so there is a large amount of pack here. And flares. And grenades. Okay. There we go. I cut this setting on to make it so that she's not going to like instantly get her breath back because it's not realistic. And that was also the way that it was in the PS1 version. I don't think that it had it where it was like instant breath. It's like a little bit cheaty. Okay. So, as you probably noticed from me bugging my head all the time, there isn't visible platforms here. These torches will show you where they are. And you want to make sure you're careful because, as you'd imagine, they can also catch you on fire. Okay, so up here, and this lever. Okay, so you want to be quick here once you pull this lever. So as you can see, there is a spike wall. Your main thing you want is this. You want this in front of you. Okay. And I will say, for this, you do not want to approach it a certain way because that way in particular is littered with ceiling dropping on you. I believe you want to trigger this, and then you want to go and approach it from being this way, I believe. I had it backwards. This is going to happen. This is going to happen a lot. Okay, so you want to trigger it so it's gone. Now you want to go from the right. Because yeah, without it, and without going that way, it's just going to be a huge mess. Okay, so up here. And we are going to go in here. And you have to be careful. Because there will be a boulder. I'm going to go and trigger it. Yeah, it triggers on that second step. There's some more flares. We're not going to need them quite yet because we don't have the really horrible PS1 lighting, but we will need them. We will indeed need them. There was two paths. The path that I picked just has this lever here. The other one is a bit more challenging. You have to sprint all the way down the hallway and crawl through that space before the boulder smashes you. So as you can see, that would just kill you. I just picked the easier option. Yeah, unfortunately those monkeys are not nice. Okay, even though it's green, it does show up blue. I have that on because there are some levels where it will show up blue. But because we're playing the version without the saves, these are health ones. So if you need the save crystals, make sure you get all you can. I know everyone says it all the time, but it's true. You want all the ones you can get. Because you want to have some fail-safes if you have to save. And if you don't have any, you can't save. With that version. Okay, so back in this room. And now, we are going to go this way. This way, if I go the right way, will lead us to the very last secret. In here. There it is. I remember two in here. Okay, so in the water, and you want to go in the middle. Do not go too far to any of the other one side. Do not go too far to either one side because it will just catch you on fire. There is water, so it's not too bad, but still. And you do want to make sure you're careful because there is those darts being blown. I don't know how, but there are. And there also is going to be some ceiling collapsing. Okay, so up here and then backwards. And then we'll go over here. If I can make it the right way. There we go. Okay, so up here. And then this part up here is climbable. Over here, and I'm probably going to wind up saving again because this jump is a little bit tricky to make sure you actually land it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save again. And you want to make sure you're careful here because there's going to be a snake. You don't want to land too close because if you land too close, you'll land, but then it will strike you. And I missed it. I kind of figured I would miss it. This is why I saved. You gotta make sure you're aiming enough to the right to make it. There we go. As close to the wall as possible. Because where it's right next to you, if you're not really at the wall, then it will actually manage to hit you. Over here, there's going to be a boulder. So just land and then keep going and right. Okay, here's the darts here. And there is also these blades. Let's save again just in case. I don't remember what I usually do. I think I usually dive over them. Like that. If you do it too close, you'll just fall in the pit. And you don't want to do that. Okay, so small mana pack. However, even though I did mention that, we actually are going to go in this pit, because in this pit is the last secret. You're going to make sure you're careful here and go down this way in particular, because if you go down in the middle, she'll just land on the spike side. So this will allow you to walk through. You will take a small amount of damage, because the only way to get in here is to crawl, and that will damage you a little bit. Like this. And this is the last secret of this level. Right here. Okay, there's going to be a snake here. There we go. I'm going to take this crystal. And there is some Uzi clips here, so make sure you get them. Okay. we're back in the water, but I am going to go over towards this way because I do want to get this backpack. I want to pass it up. Okay. So back through, but you want to swim towards the bottom. That way the dart won't hit you. Okay. So now we should be able to move over around the dart. Oh, that's right. Not done yet. Not done yet. I know why I forgot about this part. Like, the whole reason why you're in there. Aside from the secret. Okay, so back we go. We're going to do the same jumps as before. Except this time, we're going to pit. This time, we are going to go further. So over here. Hopefully I'll make it. I probably want to saving again, just to make sure. Okay, there we go. And over here. Like this. You do have to make sure you're careful because the boys are still going. Okay, so I'm gonna save again. And I'm gonna try and dive over them again. I don't go too close because I don't want to fall in the pit. There we go. Okay. Okay, so if you need that save crystal, make sure you get it. And we're gonna go in here. There is a secret item, well not a secret item, but there is an item in between these blocks. The main reason you want to do this is because you need to make sure you can get the other switch. Okay, we're gonna keep pushing until we can't. There we go. So, I'm trying to remember how to get the item. I'll just do what I remember, and then I'll go from there. So, we're gonna push this one. And then the one next to it. And then we're gonna pull the block in the middle. Not pull it, but we're gonna push it. We're gonna push it to the right. Okay, that will take us to the lever, which we do need. That will fill that with water, which is what we want. I think this is the item. Let me see. I believe it's shotgun shells. Can't remember. It's not this. Yeah, it might be a different one. I think that one's movable. Let me move it. Might be hidden beneath this, or behind it. It might be this. Okay. let me go ahead and push this out. Because we don't need to go back this way. We already finished everything. So I can make the room for this. I don't remember how to do this. Make sure I'm aligned, okay. So this one's also in the way. Should be this, and then I think it's the one here. This should be the item. I know there's an item in here. I think it's shotgun shells. Is there not? I could have sworn there was something here, and maybe I just overlooked it. Huh. I don't know. Well, either way, that's finished. I'm gonna go ahead and save again just to make sure. I don't have to do that whole thing again. Right, so down here. That's what I was afraid would happen. Because the keyboard configuration for this is so strange. Pressing the sprint button is a little bit complicated. Okay, so one way is spikes, one way is the water. I believe you want to go down this way. Nope, you don't. Okay, so make sure you're careful here, because it might put you in a way that makes you susceptible to the dart. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. Except this time, now we have water. We need it for the lever. You can't actually pull this kind of lever unless there's water. Okay. So this will give us the other Indra key. Which we do need. Okay. So back to the main room we go. Because we need to actually go to those locks. Because now we have keys. Okay. I'll put these in. Oh, Ganesha keys. I think I just saw it the same kind of keys because it was also the other one. Yeah, it's Ganesha keys. Okay. I'm going to save here before I do this. If you're a bit slower with the movements, you need to do it as well. Up as fast as you can, and then you want to do a roll. Otherwise, you're going to be down to the spikes. Like that. Because they will damage you a little bit. They're coming down just fast enough to meet you. Monkey. Another monkey. Okay, health is good. Okay. So we are going to pull this block here. I think both sides are the same, and like you can do it from either one, but I usually do it from this side. Let me check. I don't remember. Is it do it from this side? No, it's not. No, it's just this way. Okay. Okay, we need to pull it out so we can go over here. Pull this lever. And then we're going to pull this lever. You want to pull both. This will open the gate. However, now that we've opened the gate, there's going to be two boulders. Make sure you dodge them both. Okay, so in here, and this will reclose the gate, which technically opens the sides back up. This can put you on fire, so make sure you're careful. I am going to save here for now. I'll have to overwrite that one in a minute. There we go. Just almost didn't make it. This is the simplest way because it forces them to not be in lock stance all the time. There we go. Because otherwise you're going to constantly be fighting to get them to stay in the right spot. These ones in particular do drop swords, so make sure you get them because you need them for the puzzle. Okay, so in order to get the other one to trigger, you need to go up here first. That's what starts it. All that matters is that you're up there. See, they will just stand there and block every shot you take while they're in that stance. There we go. That makes the fight a lot simpler, but if you're afraid of them hitting you, you want to make sure you do it in the best way possible. I've fought these enough so that I kind of know what they'll do, so I just do that. Okay, so in here there is going to be, I think, a meta pack and maybe something else. It's my meta pack. And that's it. But that is there if you want it. Okay. So now we got the swords, we need to put them up here in this statue, because this statue is missing 2 swords. Hopefully we'll put them in the right slots. We'll see. Okay, good. Because it can want to do the other one, and it will just say no when, like, you have to do both. I don't know why it really counts either, like they're both the same. Okay. Okay, so this will open this gate. And now, we're going to be in for a rough one. This part is the part I was dreading. It's not too bad, but it's still not that fun. Okay. So in here, either direction will lead you in the same spot. I'll show you. Yeah, same spot. So it doesn't matter what you pick. Okay, so we're going to be fighting another Shiva statue. And it will trigger once you go up here and you get this key. Same deal. So I try and force it to stay in the attacking stance and not the sword cross stance. There we go. Okay, so those other statues were the only ones that will drop anything. The other ones never will. Okay, so there's some flares. And now, oh, I'm sure you've noticed, they've had their chests ripped through. Both of them. One of them in particular, the other one, was sliced down the middle. So they had a rough time with these statues. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first, because this one also will give you a key. You have to have 4 keys in total. So we're gonna do this one. Well, I think it's 4, it might be 3. Okay, I don't really need it, but I want to do it just so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so this switch, and then this switch. Okay, just a little bit of damage was fine. Okay, if you're too slow, it will kill you. You can meta pack through it, thankfully, but if you're playing the PS1, there is no quick menu, so you have to go in the inventory every single time you want to use a meta pack. Okay, so if you need a save crystal, go and get that one. If you need to heal, you can use it to heal. And we're going down here. This one is going to have a current that will pull you in towards two separate spike balls. So you want to go as leftmost as possible when going on the left path, and rightmost as possible when you go on the right path. It's the only way to avoid it, because it will pull you in otherwise, and it will kill you. Because you can't escape it. Once it's pulled in. Okay, so you want to go all the way to the end, and it will drag you in, but you want to go more towards the right. Like this. I remember when I was a lot younger, I got stuck in this room forever. Because I was playing it when I was quite little. I wasn't like, you know, all there yet with knowing how to do certain puzzles, but it's not too bad. Okay. So it was 3 keys. I thought it was 4, but it's 3. I'm going to put all the Ganesha keys in these slots. And that will open the gate we need. It will open the end of the level. I probably will keep the cutscene here because it's not that bad. The only one I had to get from a different source was the intro one because it looked like garbage. It did not look right. In this version, at least. The rest I should be able to keep. Okay. So this will be the end of the level. I'm going to go ahead and save just as a precaution. Yeah, there goes Tony on his raft. But yes, this is level 2, which is Temple Ruins. I love this level. There are parts of it that are kind of annoying, especially like the last part. It is by no means my favorite of the India level set, but I do love it because of the puzzles. That's like the main reason why I love it so much. And it did take a little bit longer than I thought it would. The Shiva statues are a very interesting concept. And I think they were pretty well executed. With that being said, if you like what you see here, please do consider subscribing. I'm trying to grow my platform as big as I can. If you want to support the content, you can like and share it. It does help me immensely, especially where I'm doing retro content. It helps the algorithm quite a bit because it helps the algorithm know these kind of videos people want to see. So if you want to see more of them, please do hit the like button. It will help me a lot. If you want to have any kind of updates with content, whether it be times being moved, days being moved, or streams being moved, then you can find that on my Twitter, which is @Kyrion_. I am streaming Timing is a bit odd because of my sleep schedule, but I usually am a nighttime streamer. I will see you in level 3, which will be the River Ganges. So I will see you then.